Now we're ready to celebrate Passover. Chag Sameach. I love you too, man. Bernadette's like, don't. I'm like, oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Because these pulpits today are so benign. They're afraid. The great awakenings that saw hundreds of thousands come into the kingdom. You know what they preached? Sin is in the hands of an angry God. And they held on to the pews and screamed, I'm going into a black hole. Save me, Jesus. That's what I want to see. Not, okay, I'll invite him into my heart. It's so benign. Ridiculous. People changing the names of their church from First Baptist, because that's not cool anymore, right? Now it's like Abundant Life, Tremendous Life, How to Have a Great Life Church. I'm not changing the name to bring in, just people. No way. This is Beth Yeshua. You know what that means? It's Yeshua's house. And before I make myself comfortable, and before I make you comfortable, I want to make sure he's comfortable. Give thanks to Adonai, for he is good. Give thanks to the God of gods. Give thanks to the Lord of lords, for his grace continues forever. 136. It's the quintessential psalm we read on Passover in the Jewish community. Every Haggadah has this psalm being read, messianic and traditional. To him who alone done great wonders, to him who skillfully made the heavens, skillfully, not haphazardly, not single cell, big bang, to him who spread out the earth on the water, for his grace continues forever. To him who made the great lights, the sun to rule the day, the moon and stars to rule the night, for his grace continues forever. To him who struck down Egypt's firstborn and brought Israel out from among them with a mighty hand and an outstretched arm, his grace continues forever. To him who split the Sea of Suf, that's the Sea of Reeds, it was part of the Red Sea at one point, and made Israel cross right through it, but swept Pharaoh and his army into the Sea of Suf, for his grace continues forever. To him who led his people through the desert, to him who struck down great kings, yes, he slaughtered powerful kings, Zechon, king of the Emori, and Og, king of Bashan, for his grace continues forever. Then he gave their land as a heritage to be possessed by Israel, his servant, for his grace continues forever. Who remembers us whenever we are brought low. The children of Israel cried out in Exodus 2. He heard their cry. He wasn't oblivious. He was listening all along. And when God says he heard, that means I didn't just hear for the sake of hearing. I know my kids cry, and I'm coming to save them. Just like a mother knows her babies cry. And rescues us from our enemies, for his grace continues forever. Who provides food for every living creature. You ever see a sparrow begging for food? Me neither. For his grace continues forever. Give thanks to the God of heaven, for his grace continues forever. I think the whole point of this psalm is it's not exhaustive. You can go on and on and on and on and on to give God thanks for so many things. So many things, right? It's the psalmist is telling us that we need to stay constantly aware of his personal greatness and his endless grace so that we never take him for granted. You can't have two thoughts at one time. Scientifically, it is impossible for the brain to have two thoughts at one time. So if you're thinking thanks, how could you be miserable? If you're counting your blessings, how can you count your suffering? This is the way to combat it. We have much to be thankful for. Look, I'm begging you, stop thinking temporal. Stop thinking, well, my kid's going to college in 2 years, and then I'm going to retire in 5 years. And stop it. It's okay to have a plan, but you got to think eternal. You know how long eternity is? It's really long. It's not 10,000 years or 100,000 years or 1 billion years. It's infinite. There's no way to quantify infinite. We live infinitely. Without pain, without sorrow, without sadness. Okay, so you throw in 70 years. And maybe half of it is rough. Not all 70 has been rough. And I got news for everybody here. Your trials and my trials, no matter how bad they are, they will never exceed our transgressions. Our transgressions will always outweigh our trials. Why does God forgive us? Why does God save us? Because His grace continues forever. Father, thank you for your holy days. Thank you for your presence. Thank you that we get to celebrate. Thank you for Beth Yeshua. And Father, I hope I don't go over the line, but also hope that I'm not so afraid that I don't get close to it. I want to get close today. So most importantly, be glorified. Most importantly, be blessed. And most importantly, thank you, Yeshua. It's in your name I pray. Amen.